Hello, and hi there. Welcome to the I'm an Expert at Nothing But Myself podcast. Well, I'll be bringing my own life experiences and trying to make sense of them. I guess call it making cool lemonade out of dry citrus. Well, humor aside, I'm a sucker for good conversation. I could arguably have a fat chat the whole day. With that being said, very loosely, my point is I appreciate human interaction. This podcast brings exactly that, the importance of human interaction. Invite my voice and the voices of my guests into your living room, your lounge, your car, your AirPods, or you know what, wherever you find yourself, and fully immerse yourself in hearing me, quote unquote, figure it out. Enjoy. Let's get into it.
Hello? Yeah? Kgothi just started a video podcast. Man, how the fuck am I gonna behave, man? How the boo am I gonna behave? Look, I'm a crip. Dressed in blue and stuff. Yeah. I don't know. The past the last 3 episodes, there has been some level of consistency, but at the same time, it's been random, been everywhere, but I've also allowed it to just be that way. Mainly because I have been dealing with a lot of paperwork, a lot of admin. Not the biggest fan of admin, but what can I do? What can I say? Everything is in the way. Oh, and that's just how I'm gonna go about my day. Anyway, I have an announcement. I promised everyone an announcement, but I kind of wanna seduce you guys, and I want you guys to beg for it. You know, please, King Kgothi, we are dying of thirst. Like, what thirst, you peasants? The thirst of your news. Tell us what is happening in your life. Wouldn't you like to know? So I have news and good news, but I don't know. I think I'm a fan of I'm fighting with the sun. Maybe I should do this. I'm a fan of suspense. I'm a fan of suspense. I like suspense. I don't like experiencing it, but I like giving the experience of suspense and making you guess, what's he going on about? And I've kind of dropped clues, not very obvious ones, some obvious apparently, some were obvious, some were I don't know. I really don't know. And I don't know, I felt like it was necessary for me to drop a video pod instead of just an audio one, which I'm kind of slowly migrating towards that. Gathering up equipment, but it's also kind of difficult because, like I said, I've been going on about making this move. I'm talking about a move. I've been mentioning a move. Khothi's moving. Where's Kgothi going? What's going on? Khothi's moving. Where's Kgothi going? Everyone's asking. Everyone's curious. Kgothi, where you going? I'm like, wouldn't you like to know? But I mean, also, like, I just want to give a shout out to a couple of, well, a couple implies two, so I might have to, it's more than a couple. I just want to give a shout out to my friend Lorena, Charles, Tony, Moyahabo, Umpemetse, who am I leaving out? Sune, Monsaka, Kgothi, Flip. Actually, I feel, you know what, let me just stop there because I feel that I'm leaving some people out and it's not going to be funny when I've left some people out and they're like, oh, but I played a role in... Oh, the Bennetts, yeah, the Bennetts for sure. You know, they've played a very important role. Yeah, I guess there isn't like a set topic. Usually I do a lot of preparation with regards to this, but I felt like being in the moment and just like hitting record and saying, well, let's see where this goes. And because I have a lot of things to share with regards to this next step, and I'm trying to figure out if I should like announce at the end, and because what if you get the announcement and then you just like you stop watching? But then again, technology, you can always skip towards the end. Actually, this kind of defeats the purpose. Yeah, and this is episode 9, season 2, and it's a weird one because I just want to reflect on how this all started, and kind of just soak it in, soak it all in, and marvel at the fact that I started something with very little equipment, but still very dedicated and moving towards something, I think currently my philosophy, I don't want to say it's always been my philosophy, but maybe like my attitude towards life has been very telling. Currently, what I believe in is throw yourself out there, no matter how stupid you look, you'll never know. Full stop. That's it. Or an ellipsis, ... You'll never know. Just put yourself out there. Don't even listen to the voices that say, but did you consider? There's no time for that. There's absolutely no time for that. Don't sell yourself short. And I mean, easier said than done, because it seems, I was having a conversation with Moya Habo actually about this, about like these like self-help gurus, how they kind of show us their flashy lives and then somehow feel the need to tell us how to get things right in life. And I personally disagree. Like, you don't have to have all those flashy things to tell people that, I don't want to get all preachy, but I don't know. It's weird. I feel put yourself out there. And in your 20s and something like that, like, I think it's important that you don't sell yourself short, and you do as many things as possible, even if those things don't pay you, because you'll never know. That's it. That should be the mantra. You'll never know. You literally will never know. You can't dictate where life is taking you. And to be a bit more open-minded with where life could take you. So, like I said, I'm not getting to my point. I'm killing you guys, am I? I know I am. So I started the pod last year, October. I was going through a very rough patch, a very rough one. I lost about 10 kilograms weight. Everything was like actually falling apart. But as they all say, things need to fall apart. They need to, in order for them to get back up and whatever, So I started the pod. I fucked around and started a pod in my room, because I used to do these things where I would take the phone. This is not like my main phone, but I'll take a phone and I'll just like record as a audio journal. And the first episode, if you actually go to it, season 1, that's it, unfiltered. That's an audio journal. And I mean, I've also like gotten a lot of questions around, don't you feel as if like you're dirty laundry out there. And my argument is, well, what is happening to me, or what has happened to me, and what will happen to me has probably happened before. There's nothing new about what's happening, about what I'm doing. So it doesn't feel like dirty laundry. It just feels like something that's happening that I've experienced, and that I'm owning and saying, that happened to me. So like I said, started a pod. For dear life, I can't look into the camera. There's, often people ask, I'm gonna go on a tangent. So I'm known as Mr. Tangent. I say something, I pick up something, I go another route, I come back. I'm like the roads of Los Angeles. Or I'm like Pep Guardiola. You get it? You get it? If you don't get it, you don't get it. But anyway, what is going on about? I was talking about, so I've often been told, start a pod. You are denying us of some juicy stuff here. You've got the character, you've got the personality. Just flip and do it. And like I said, I fucked around and started a pod, did an audio journal, and blah, 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 and I listened to it, and I was like, open my laptop, and I got it. How to start a pod, and I feel like I should do an episode where I take people through how to start. Not that, I don't know, like there's so much content on YouTube on how to start a pod. Obviously you have to find your host app or whatever, that implying that that's either Spotify or whoever, the main host of the pod. And I started it, and one thing led to another. That meaning it went from episode 1, episode 2, episode 3, and there was just consistency each and every week, around Wednesdays and Thursdays, and just taking it easy, and it got to the point where it was episode 10, and I felt like, okay, that's good actually. 10 episodes per season, magnifique. And what I started this tradition where at the end of each and every season, that last episode, I give it to someone else. It's your responsibility. It's your baby. Have fun. Take care of it. Which I did ask a friend, but he's a lecturer and he's in academia. He's very busy. So in case he can't do it, and one of you are watching, you want to take this, now's the opportunity. So you better do it. So I give, but you have to be also charismatic, chatty, and just do it. I did also ask Danielle from episode, I can't remember, the comedian chick, the unemployed and unmoisturized episode, that one. I did ask her because she's started this really cool thing on on Instagram called Unhinged, and it's a really cool platform, so I kind of wanted to collaborate with her. So if you go to Instagram and check Unhinged, you'll see the kind of content that she has. It's super cool, and I felt like just because she's got this crackhead energy about her, myself as well, I felt it was fitting for us to come together and make a baby. Oh fuck, no, not like that. But anyway, jeez. That would be one crazy ass baby, but no. So yeah, like I said, did that, and I finished with season 1. I felt, really happy. Felt like it was an accomplishment, and as time went by, so then I went on a season break, and kicked off season 2, and this is episode 9. This is episode 9 of season 2, people. This is huge, this is big. And I'm gonna make my point, right? I am one of those people, I take time to make my point. I will go on and on and on. And then finally I'll hit you with a one line. I'm like, that's my point. And then people be like, really? You couldn't say that earlier? I'm like, no, I couldn't. The story is important. The build up, the process. You gotta trust the process. So did that, started the pod. So proud of it. I'm so happy I started it. And I actually even went to the extent of adding it to my resume. Hence why I say never sell yourself short. I to some people might, this might be a hobby. And for me, I do take it seriously. It's not my main job. I do take it seriously, but I don't want to disrespect it and call it a hobby because I enjoy doing it. I'm getting better at editing. I'm getting, I'm taking it step by step. It's a step-by-step process for me. You'll never know. We might get to season 5, and season 5 is this like world-class thing, You'll never know, right? But there's a point to why I'm sharing the story of just being consistent despite reaching out to brands and saying I want to collab with you. This. No, not in our budget. No, but still carrying on, right? But here's the beauty in all of this. I had a job interview in Jan, and they asked me about my pod. They didn't ask me about my work. Well, they did ask me about my work experience, and we went through each and everything that I did, and but they were very interested in the pod. Like, tell us about that. What's going on there? And I don't know if that made the mark. I don't want to assume things, but the fact that I was asked so many times. Okay, maybe I'm exaggerating and overselling it a little bit, but I mean, wouldn't I be an actor with a little bit of embellishing? Fuck, I'm funny. And we spoke about it. But that in itself, I personally believe sold it. And so I don't want to get all preachy, like I said, but I feel it's necessary for you to believe in those dumb things that you're up to. And I say dumb loosely. I say dumb very loosely. But to hold on to that and just say, fuck it. I'm going to carry on even if I look stupid. Even if I look because I guess also the one thing that people often ask me is, how many listeners do you have? And I say, I don't focus on that, right? I focus mostly on the mere fact that I am consistent with it and it touches people. And the things that mean a lot to me are getting a message from someone saying, hey, I listened to episode X, whatever, and I like that, and you and this guest had this chemistry, but it shows that blah, 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 because I can tell that you're engaged. Fuck the numbers. Although I will admit we've reached about 23, 24, 25 countries in a very short space of time. I'm talking about how many countries in 4 months, more or less. 20. That's not easy, in my opinion. I actually thought my audience would just be from South Africa, but as it kept on rolling, reaching out to the USA, Canada, Japan. Boom, 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 boom. And ladies and gentlemen, unscripted, I'm moving to Japan. Boom. There. I've officially dropped the news. There. I got a job in Japan. And it's actually beautiful if you think about it, as I take a step back and I marvel on just how I've made a decision to go video pod now, because everyone's been asking, we want to see your facial expressions, because you give us the opportunity to hear your voice and stuff, and other people, of course, but we can only use our imagination. I'm like, oh, come on, just use your imagination, man. It's the best thing you could possibly have, man, using your imagination. But it's beautiful because I've decided to go video pod, But there's a possibility, episode 10 might not be a video pod, but that's okay. And I'm gradually easing myself into it. And it has come at a time where now I need to relocate. And it's like, oh, flip, that is beautiful. That is fantastic. That is great. And I'm also at the same time looking, slowly but surely for a co-host, but a committed co-host. But does that mean we're going to rebrand? Does that mean, because I'm an expert at nothing but myself. I do want to keep the name. I have a co-host. What would the poster look like? And I'm getting to the point where I'm going to need a team. So if you're watching this from whichever country you're from, it's all smooth with Kgothi. It's all smooth with Kgothi on Instagram, Kgothi.R on TikTok, but preferably reach out on Instagram. I think that's better. Yeah. That's it. That's the episode. I'm finally gonna go video. And I'm making a big move. Am I nervous? Why wouldn't you be? This is a complete new culture, complete new set of rules that I need to get used to. Also taking note that as a South African, we have a very laid back culture, work culture, laid back. It's like, do it tomorrow. Yeah, and I've read Japan has this strict working culture, work. And deep down I am a workaholic, but I do have that little bit of South African in me, which I don't know why I'm merging with a very Manhattan accent, or the Bronx. I don't know, was that Philadelphia? Lord knows, I'm not from America, although I do consume a lot of American content. But that's beside the point. So here you are, watching me chit-chatter as usual. And I'm making a big move. I have decided to shift things and make this big move for my pod, for this baby that I birthed, and I don't know, that's about it. I have my visa interview tomorrow. It's actually not a visa interview because everything is already finito. I need to go colecto. Or handino, handino, the last documentos, but I truly do look forward. So catch me in my new apartment. It's going to be fun. Tony and I will be getting married or something. Jokes. But also I'm saying that because I know Tony can take a joke. Tony's from episode, can't remember, but from season 1, Tea Time with Tony. Check it out, sick episode, dope. Really have some good chemistry. But good, genuine friend-like chemistry. Not the things that you're thinking, you kind of you people, you do nasty things when we're not looking. Yeah, so be prepared to see this face. Plug your phone in the fucking TV and let me do a thing or two. But I look forward to it. I look forward to it. Yeah. You might be sitting there wondering, what's the point of this episode? I'm just letting it be, because with moving around a lot, traveling, flying and stuff like that, going up and down the country, it has been hard, and connecting to Wi-Fi and then getting there and finding out this Wi-Fi is quite slow. It's like, okay, that kind of gets in the way of things. right? I know. But that bone in me still wants to record. That bone in me still wants to do stuff. And I had like obviously like put out an announcement on Instagram saying, yo, what's up, Sabidi? Yup. I'm moving abroad and it might be a tad bit difficult for me to record, so things like that. But like literally right now, I should be doing some paperwork. But I was like, nah, man, record, my brother. Oh, I forgot to give Sarah Guchner a shout out. Paloma. Am I leaving someone out? Me, if I'm leaving you out, please don't take it personal, because flip, I should talk to a lot of people. I need to cut my circle. Jokes. But that's it. That is literally it. It was the announcement, a chit chatter, looking back. Till next time. Yeah, just one more thing. I forgot to. Where the fuck did this come from? Man, I don't even eat sugar like that. Anyway, so the point being, look at me coming back and then finally making my point. Bruh, that's how I speak, bruh. Would I be the president? Never. Yo, never. So I don't know if this is like an informal goodbye. Because, I mean, it's obviously impossible to say goodbye to everyone that I know. Like, impossible, But I think if you know me well enough, I'm quite a sentimental creature. I think, don't even get me started in this one. I think we're all sentimental. And I know there's this like weird snacks, I mean, to those who are listening on the other side of the world, snacks is Afrikaans word for funny, or implying that it's off, I guess. Sometimes there are like so many ways you could use the word. Anyway, I was gonna say that there's this snacks culture of being nonchalant and being cool about how you feel, which is bizarre because it's literally an explosion of experiences within us, an explosion of emotions, an explosion of pretty much everything. And I don't like pretending. I do not like pretending. I mean, to a certain extent, I think we're all pretending, but I don't like pretending, like I said. So for those who know me well enough, I'm quite a sentimental human being. So it does kind of like ache me heart a little bit that I won't be able to say goodbye to everyone that I know, and people who have obviously like played a key role in shaping me and in making me see the world. Friends who I don't speak to anymore. They played their role, they played their part, and maybe the chapter might have ended, but yeah, that's life, I guess. And yeah, so cheers, lots of love. I might not be hosting episode 10. It might be someone else. And if I can't find someone else, there's a possibility. So next week is going to be so hectic, actually, very busy. Actually, what a beautiful way to wrap up the season. Like, my last week in South Africa, and then, like, season 2 comes to an end. It's like, I don't know, whatever. I'm an artist. I kind of, like, just grab meaning from everything. So, yeah. What do the kids say nowadays? What do they say? Love and light. What do they say? See you in the streets? I don't know. Yeah. Cool.
You've managed to reach the end. This podcast is available on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Amazon Music, and Google Podcasts, which now will be available on YouTube Music as well. Have yourself a good time. Take care of yourself. And if you feel the need to reach out. I'm on Instagram at It's All Smooth with Kgothi. That's Kgothi. It's All Smooth with Kgothi. And we can have a chat. Or you could potentially be a guest. Who knows? Alright folks, take care.